So it's such an important point. It's really, really an important. Kitty, I'm so glad you included that. And then you guys look, Kitty put a source. We love our sources, right? Because you could quickly say, here it says PMC, NCBI, government articles. You could just quickly say in your debate, that's from Princeton University medical research on the human brain to show that it can change. So this is an excellent response, Kitty. Really thank you so much for your work. All right. Now you guys ready for the big reveal? This is kind of interesting, and we're going to probably jump right into the debate because you guys want more time to debate. And that means that we'll have breakout rooms again. Breakout rooms are coming soon. And so here is what I came up with.
Yes, and I just stay in the room. I had going to others' room.
What, Edison? Was that Edison? Who said that?
If you have breakout room, I won't go to. I will just stay with you.
Well, you have to stay in the main room if you want, because and then you should go to Stella and Kitty's breakout room because they get good work out of you guys. They push you hard, and I'm so happy that happens.
Okay.
You guys are always.
I should try one time.
You guys, all right.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. You're a great person who debates, so don't worry about it. All right. So here's what the notes I have for today. This comes directly from your homework responses. There were two people who suggested something, and the two people who suggested something, I wrote, "Hello, everyone." I'll tell you what, Edison, can you read this, please?
Teacher, what do you mean about the two people? Oh, that's
hello, everyone. I hope you have a great holiday. For debate today, I want to stress the importance of defining terms in a debate. You can do this by asking, when we say arts and music, then what do we specifically means by art? This is in Liam's response, and it is important to learn this debate response skill. To pose or give a person such as, what do we mean when we discuss topic X, Y, Z? For example, as possible topics for today, we have two suggestions from our classmates, Anna, Chung, and Liam. The first one is, do you think the announcement 2 weeks ago by a Chinese company, DeepSeek, is talking to many developers and users of AI around the world? If some of you think that it is a real game changer, then can you explain why? Remember to state some definition or statement of terms in the debate responses. We can ask, when we use the term AI, well, then what exactly do we mean? Is it AI to use in education? Is this AI for governments to use for decision making and planning? It is for business people who to make decisions using billions of dollars? Or are we simply discussing AI for entertainment, such as game playing or making videos content for YouTube, etc.? Liam is curious to ask the class, do you think it is important to learn how to debate in schools? Again, we should ask, what do we mean when we use the term debate? Do you see how it seems like such as a question, a simple question? But when we stop to think about it, it is difficult to give a quick, direct answer. We might need to use Google definition for a really accurate description
of debate. Okay, so I like this one. Let's start with Anha's first, this announcement by DeepSeek. So have you guys been following the news about DeepSeek? The Chinese company that's going to make AI much cheaper than the Americans can make it. And so we use the expression game changer. So Anha, you introduced this topic. Would you like to give us your feelings on debate, on DeepSeek? DeepSeek, and I'm going to put that there. Hey, Tom, how are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Tom, did you follow this story right around the Tet holidays about 2 weeks ago? DeepSeek, the Chinese company, said it's going to do AI for much cheaper.
Really, I didn't know.
Oh, yeah, it's a huge announcement because the big, powerful American companies are putting billions of dollars into research. And DeepSeek, the Chinese company, said, "Oh, we completed our research just using $6 million, which is unbelievably cheap." And a group of students in college created it, and it doesn't use these really high energy, high water data centers. We can use less energy and make it much cheaper. And this is really scaring the Americans because the Chinese just made a really cheap solution to the huge problem of energy and research money and all of this. So let's go. Hey, Daniela, how are you today?
I'm good.
Daniela, did you hear this thing about DeepSeek, the Chinese company?
No.
Okay, was a huge announcement about 2 weeks ago. I'm just going to check with you guys first. Hey, Misa, did you hear about DeepSeek, the cheap Chinese company making cheap AI? Misa's microphone is going on slowly. Misa, you can hear me. I see you smiling, but I don't know. Let's check with Wes. Hey, Wes, surely you must have heard about DeepSeek, huh? Is Wes there? Hey, Wes.
Yeah.
Wes, did you hear about this news about DeepSeek?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know? I'm surprised. You guys really know everything. All right, Mr. Liam. He raised his hand. Nice boy. Hey, Liam, have you heard about this DeepSeek?
I heard of it because now you talked.
Oh, only because I've started to talk about it. All right, what I can tell you, Liam, I was hoping Anha was here to help us too, is it just is going to make AI technology much, much cheaper. Let's go to Dot. Hey, Dot, you're here. Dot, you're a secondary school student. Did you hear about this DeepSeek?
Company.
Yeah, and what was your impression? Do you think it's true? Some people are saying, well, we don't know enough about it. We have a student called Zam Zam. Is that Dot or Zam Zam? Zem Zem. Who is Zem Zem?
What is zombie?
I know. Someone just changed the name to Zem Zem. Who is that? Mystery
What?
student. All right, let's check with Ketchup. Hey, Ketchup, are you there?
Yeah.
Ketchup, did you hear about this DeepSeek, the cheap Chinese-made AI?
I heard it a few seconds ago because my mother.
Ah, yeah, because one of your moms said, hey, teacher, Ketchup, who has eat ants in her name. No, Ketchup, don't eat ants. It's very funny. Yeah, it's cheap. Let's see if Anha is here. Are you here still, Anha? Can you help us? Our young scholars aren't here. How about Linya? Hey, Linya, are you here? Lin,
I'm here.
Linya, did you hear about this DeepSeek or cheap Chinese AI?
I don't remember, but maybe I heard it last week, right?
Okay.
Oh no. Oh yeah, I heard it.
Well, since they announced it last week or 2 weeks ago, a lot of famous computer developers are running it through all these tests to see if it's as good as the Chinese company says it is. And many of them are shocked that it is actually working really well. They said that the ChatGPT's quality is really good and the DALL-E image creator is really good. But the other image creator is by DeepSeek is just a little below that in quality for images, you guys, for AI created images. So it's actually very close. It's kind of like a cheap thing to use, but you can save a lot of money. All right, Stella, how are you?
I'm good.
Stella, do you think we could debate today about AI or DeepSeek?
Okay, yeah.
So we'll change this debate topic a little bit, and we'll ask, do you think?
Teacher,
Yes.
you mean DeepSeek is like a company that works in tech or
Yeah,
not?
it's a startup, means it just started, right? Startup. And so it's new is what startup is. You guys know that. And they claim to do their AI very cheaply, because to develop AI is really expensive. And if they can save money, they said they only spent $6 million to start their AI. And other companies said, that's crazy. We're spending $50 billion to create AI. And so if a company can do it for that cheap, that is just completely shocking, right, to the world. It changes everything. That's why they call it a game changer, you guys. Okay, so do you think AI is all positive or all good? Or do you, yes.
I feel like nothing is all positive and good.
All right. That's why debate I love to do. Anha, last summer we had the student and she just got really frustrated. She said, teacher, I'm so sick of this not really having a yes or no answer. And I said, I know, I understand, because when I did my master's degree thesis, there was no clear answer to my thesis and I had to work on it for 2 years and I hated it. I hated my thesis. It was horrible, Anha. There was no real answer. And I thought, why am I doing this? Why am I spending all this money and research time when there's no clear answer to this, right? So I totally understand if students get frustrated, like, oh my God, all this brain energy and I don't have a clear answer. So you guys be careful as you go more and more into your education, secondary, university education. The answers don't come so clearly and you have to spend a lot of time thinking about them. And that kind of answers Liam's question. Well, do you think debate is important in school? Yeah, Liam, it gets your brain stretched. Remember, we're talking about plastic brains? It completely stretches your brain, but sometimes you just got to take a break from it. And that's why music and art is good, to relax your brain. Like Danielle argued that 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. Danielle, you were talking about literature. Remember that? It was a beautiful response. I really liked it. And Danielle, do you remember? You said, art, good literature can relax your brain. I think, Danielle, yeah, it was a wonderful response. I really liked it. Okay, so I'm going to phrase this. Okay, now it's an obvious question. I want to ask this to two people. I want to ask Mr. Tom and Edison, I'll ask, and also Anha, to get things started, because the reason I choose you guys is you respond really fast. I mean, you guys don't even, you're just like bam, bam, bam. You have the response ready. So who would like to go first? Tom, AI, is it all good? Are there some problems?
No, there are no problems with AI except that they are just functional enough to make humans look as if they're lazy, and now we don't use newspapers anymore because of AI. Some things have been broken in the past, and we will never be able to use it if AI replaced them.
Or there's another one, Tom. Like, a lot of students are using AI now to do their responses. I say, okay, for debate, that's okay. But for writing class, be careful, because the teacher can check your work. Mr. Liam, what's your response to this AI? All good, or can you think of problems?
I think it's not. It's better to learn by yourselves than just literally don't know something and like just use AI to answer it for you.
Nice.
That's why I don't like it.
Nice, really good response, Liam. Yeah. How about Mr. Edison? Edison, AI all good, or are there problems there? Oh, Edison, something wrong with the microphone. Are you there, Edison?
Yes, I'm here.
Hey, Edison, what do you think of AI? Is it all pretty good, or are there some serious problems?
No, it's not all good because some students can copy the words from AI. They don't write it themselves, so that's not their own words. So
Yeah.
they can like they they will always copy that, so they will be like they can't follow the class, and that leads to, I think, if that I'm trying to think one more reason.
Edison, I left you a special message there. You always struggle and fight in your debate responses, and that's what I like. I can actually see your ideas developing as you write. So it's pretty cool, Edison. Really nice. Let me ask Danielle and Nisa. I'm trying to ask all you guys before we go in the breakout rooms in about 2 minutes. Danielle, what do you think of AI? Is it all good or are there problems with it?
Well, for me, it's kind of good, but kind of bad because like
Uh-huh.
50-50. Because like, if you have AI, like if some question you don't know about it, you could ask it, and it's really help you. But like, sometimes you like don't try hard enough and just like use AI and like you didn't learn anything like that.
Very good. You should at least try first, Danielle said. Then if you can't get the answer, try AI. Danielle, I've done that too. You know, I'm a teacher and there was an idea I kept struggling with. So finally I put it to AI to see what the AI said. The AI was advanced enough, you know, to give me an interesting answer. Liam, what would you like to say? I saw Mr. Liam raise his hand. Hey, Liam, this also answers your question. Is debate important? Yes, because it helps you to think independently without using AI too much, because you have to think in a debate situation. So this is kind of answering Liam's question here. Do you think it's important? Yeah, because it takes away all the work that AI does and it makes it your work, Mr. Liam. Don't you think?
And if debate can be taught in schools, then it will be funner to have a debate teacher at school.
Okay.
Can today's homework be? Can today's homework's topic be? Should we learn debate at school?
Well, we have to give that to the class because I'm allowing you guys to make your decisions all together. So we have choice one is Liam's debate at school. Is it important? Or do you think AI is all good? So we have two topics to discuss. Let's go to Stella. I always enjoy asking Stella, what are you liking more? The debate at school or the AI? If Stella's here. Hey, Stella, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, Stella, what do you think is a good topic for the chat rooms, the breakout rooms? Do you think it is important to learn how to use debate in school, or do you think
Too
there are
simple. I think like debate. I think like most of the people would say yes.
Yeah,
But
it's like
I think not because they like debate or they know, oh, debate is really good, but like some people they say, oh, maybe I go on the good side, I am the good person. Like, and like I don't like the topics that are related to like if you like it or not, because it's they just go to the good side. They never go to the bad side because they think, oh, if I go there, it'll be stupid, even though like they don't understand it.
Interesting response. Is Stella, look what I'm writing here. Do you agree with this statement?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go, Stella. It's a really great response, by the way. I wish, Anha, are you okay with the microphone? Because Kitty, I'd like to run this by Kitty. Hey, Kitty, are you there? Oh, she fell asleep, I think.
Hello.
Hey, Kitty, how are you?
Boo.
Kitty, are you following these? These are kind of interesting. Stella said, you may not like a debate topic or not because it seems so simple.
Oh no. No. No, it's always the opposite for me, actually. I usually don't like the debate topics that go into too much politics. It's too confusing.
Yeah.
I have to learn a whole new term.
Yeah, politics are really, really hard. I have to admit, though, I'm really harsh in my political responses on Facebook, and some people don't like it and they unfriend me. I was like, oh no. But politics can be, what should we describe this, Kitty? Politics can be especially
Challenging.
challenging. Yeah. It really is. I try to listen to opposition politicians in America. I try to see what they have to say. And then I try to be, do you know this word empathetic?
Empathetic?
Yeah, it's not quite.
Oh, yeah.
Some people use it wrong, Kitty. It's not quite sympathy where you feel sorry for the person. You can see their point of view. Even if you don't agree with it. And there's a whole backstory there that I won't go into because it's just too challenging. I'll maybe tell you guys later. It's too complicated to describe. And we have to get you guys into breakout rooms. Okay, you guys, let's do the breakout rooms first. Liam, we'll think about this question a little bit more about debate in school. I want to try the AI though, because you guys had some quick responses to AI. Okay, so if you could do a debate on AI, do you think AI is all positive? Do you think there are problems? I'll put that for everybody to see in the chat in here. Do you think it's quite simple? Do you think AI is all good? If not, can you name some problems? Now, remember what I said, defining your terms. You could discuss it if you mean game playing or using it for school or companies using it, right? So remember to use some term definition, define your, what we described as define your motion. What do you mean? What do you really want to say in your response? And it's not too difficult to do that because many of you just do that automatic, naturally. Tom, you're good about that. You quickly define the terms, right? All right. So Stella, are you ready for those breakout rooms?
Maybe.
Maybe. All right. Stella, if you don't feel the energy, maybe Kitty
know,
can join you too.
Yeah,
Elvin
maybe
is here.
somebody.
I am ready.
I'm
ready for the breakout rooms.
All right. I'm going to open the rooms and then I'll bring some of you back here. Okay? And so do you think AI is all good or do you have some problems with it? Elvin just joined, so maybe I'll keep Elvin in here with Mr. Edison because Edison said, can I stay in that main room? So I'm going to move Mr. Edison to this. Edison, you're still here with me. Okay, I'll move Edison back. We'll go Edison to the main session. And then I want to move this Mr. Bao Quan, who is Elvin. Elvin, how are you today? We got to give Elvin some speaking practice, you guys. Ketchup's here. Hey, Elvin, did you join my main room?
Yes, I'm here.
How are you doing, Elvin?
I'm doing great today.
Great. How was the Tet holiday for you?
Kinda horrible for me.
Oh no, horrible. Why horrible, Elvin?
Because because I lost my charging cable for my iPad because I was in my hometown.
Yeah.
And I lost it.
Oh no. Did you have important homework to do?
I have a presentation.
When you got back from the hometown, could you complete it?
I think I'll buy a new one because I have to wait for the summer to get it back. It's a long time and my iPad would die.
Yeah.
Like with my using, it might just die.
Yeah. Yeah, some Apple products are really unique and I left my charger too and my iPod went dead when I was in Taipei, Taiwan, and my wife had to send a small package with the cable to charge it, Wes. Sorry, Elvin. And so, yeah, I'm not a real, I like Apple products, but their side products are really kind of expensive. All right. Let's see. Let's go to Misa. Are you there? Really funny, Misa. Hey, Misa, did you use AI to make that avatar? I'm laughing because the mouth is so funny. It's kind of smiling.
And what are you guys talking about before?
Well, we're talking about AI, Liam. And can you give us an example? You said when students don't do their own homework. I see you're like Tom and you're like Edison. I always see that you guys make.
Teacher, I'm lagging.
I see you guys make small mistakes in your homework, but that's okay because then I know you didn't use AI. Edison, you're hungry?
Can we have another breakout room?
Another breakout room? 3 breakout rooms? Nah, I think it's best to use 2 because
then you will let no one in the main room.
What was it?
Then you will have no one in the main room.
Because we're on YouTube right now, Edison and Liam. Did you guys know that?
I know that.
You guys are YouTube
I even watched
stars.
myself on YouTube.
Because there are lots of kids watching around the world and thinking, oh my gosh, this Liam and this Edison and this Danielle and this Elvin, these guys are geniuses, right? So you guys have to, show how intelligent you are. So Mr. Edison, give us an example of bad AI.
That means that you are live streaming right now.
What? Yeah, live streaming, Mr. Edison. Hey, Edison, by the
You're
way,
live streaming right now.
what is that behind you, the back screensaver? Is that like a future city?
It's the future planet, but the civilian later carved it into a dodecahedron, and it became a city. But that's not true because people have never ever found a planet with oxygen, enough oxygen and water for people.
Hey, Edison,
to live.
did you hear that scientists using, I think it was the old Hubble or the new James Webb telescope, found a star system where routinely there were blocks in the stars? Did you hear about that?
Yes.
And so they thought maybe these are giant energy collecting things.
NASA have found a way that they, in the future, they 100 years later, they will use the laser to melting away Mars rocks and the surface of Mars, and then if they cool down and everything goes fine, we will have another planet to live on.
Okay, but recently scientists have found a planet where there are shadows that are on a regular basis, and they think that maybe some advanced civilization. Is Chow, I wanted Chow to join us because I didn't have a chance to talk to her too much. Danielle.
People have found many Mars have oxygen, but not much for people to live in. But people have found it will be interesting if people find aliens. We can study about their lives, and maybe they can visit us as a visitor.
All right, let's ask Daniela. Daniela, are you there? Hey, Daniela, can you repeat?
Yeah.
Can you repeat what you said about AI with some of the good stuff and with some of the negative stuff?
Oh, it's like the good stuff is that AI help you to answer the question that you're struggling of, but AI is bad of because if you have AI, have the app, you take the advantage and just give it the answer and it will the question and it will answer for you, and you just don't do anything and just ask it the question like that.
Do you think some students said you become lazy? I think it was Liam. You said you can become lazy if you're not reading a newspaper. Was that you who said that, or Tom? It was Tom.
It was Tom.
Yeah, Tom said you're going to get lazy if you don't, if you don't read that newspaper yourself, online newspaper, news story, and think about it yourself, right? Let me ask you guys that question. Do you read online news stories like this DeepSeek? Somebody said, let's use that as a topic. The new cheap Chinese AI. That's how I studied a lot. And so one of you guys or your mothers read the DeepSeek story from China, said, can you discuss this in debate class? That's why we're talking about it today. Danielle, do you read news stories in the morning online?
Not really.
Okay. Are they interesting or just not interested in that sort of stuff?
Well, some are like interesting for me, but like some are like not about my age, like above my age.
Okay. So like if it was a news story that was for Daniel, you are a secondary or primary student?
I was primary student.
Yeah, because when I was a primary student, age 11 or 12, there was a newspaper once every 2 weeks or once a month that was made by the Scholastic Company. They're the company in America, the book company that became really rich because they released Harry Potter, and they went from a company worth like millions of dollars to billions of dollars. And when we were kids, they made a student newspaper to talk about issues like testing animals to do
Yeah, the
animal
sun is
experiments.
spinning.
What are you doing,
The
Edison?
sun is spinning.
What are you doing? Are you teaching us something? You're entertaining Liam. Liam likes that.
It's
But
just a light.
are you demonstrating something about science and rotation of planets, Mr. Edison?
I very like it.
You know, you love it,
Yeah,
of course.
but the
Liam
sun is
loves it.
losing its energy.
Okay.
Ow.
Very cool. You're kind of creating an atom, Edison. That's how you got that name Edison, because you love science so much, right? By the way, who else is in our chat? I think we just have 3 students. Daniela's here with these 2 science boys, Daniela. Thanks for not getting tired of them. They're kind of interesting. And then Elvin, I'm not sure if Elvin, are you still here? Hey, Elvin.
Yeah, yes, I'm here. I guess I'm here.
Elvin, can you give us a negative side to AI for us, please?
Like, it can have emotional now, and it can have emotional and contact with human, like contact with them.
Okay. And is AI programmed so that it stays positive? It doesn't say bad stuff to kids and teenagers?
I think AI or OpenAI is already programmed to not say any toxic or like
Yeah, toxic. Yeah.
or
Good word, Alvin,
curse
toxic.
word.
Yeah. Toxicity is really important. Did you say toxic, Elvin?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a really good expression.
No.
they
Great.
weren't. They weren't toxic to us, and when we asked them to toxic, they weren't
Yeah.
toxic.
Very good, Alvin. Like in a debate response, that would be excellent, talking about toxic. By the way, have you heard this one too, Alvin, called hallucinating?
Oh, I haven't heard of that.
Hallucinating is when the human mind gets confused for any number of reasons, like drugs, or the person is very sick with a high fever. They might say like, oh, I just saw grandma walk in the room, and you say, oh, that's impossible. She died 10 years ago. Your brain is playing games with you. That's called hallucinating. And so now they use it in terms of AI. It's when AI gives a really strange answer that makes no sense. It's called hallucinating, and it starts making up stuff. All right. Hey, Daniela, you like science too. Okay, I wasn't sure if you thought Edison's planet thing was interesting or
Yeah,
not.
I like science because this week my teacher gave our class a project that we have to choose a planet and make it like a presentation. We need to make the planet by cardboard stuff, make a poster, make a presentation, and we even need to make a script to read in front of the class.
Wow. So it's a presentation with a model.
Yeah.
I'm going to write this in your thing. Hey, Elvin, who's your friend in your class? Not Elvin, Edison. Who's your friend with you? Is that your brother? Who is that mystery boy who keeps popping? Oh, there's a little guy. He's going to be a genius like Edison. Who's that cute little baby? Is that like Edison's genius
That's
little
my
baby?
cousin, not my brother.
Is he super intelligent like you, Liam, Edison?
Yes,
You
but
guys
he's screaming so much.
Oh, he screams a lot. And Mr. Liam, what are you doing? Are you doing a human science experiment on the jaw? All right, Mr. Liam, I'm going to give you the question. Do you think debate is important? That's your question. Do you think debate is important for even primary students?
I think it's good, and last time I just want to find out how my jaw works.
Well, that's I'm laughing. That's really interesting because you know what? Why I'm laughing, Liam, is because as you get older, your jaw does do crazy stuff, and my jaw switched a little bit to the right. So last night I was trying to eat some food, and it just didn't feel quite right. It felt a little strange trying to bite that. We were eating meatballs, and so yeah. So Liam, it's okay to experiment with your jaw. But be careful if you're playing with your friends. Don't let them do something weird like really twist your jaw because then you have to go to the doctor to get it unlocked, right? Right. Okay. Hey, did you guys, by the way, you guys like science, Daniela and Edison and Liam and Alvin. That's interesting that you all ended up in the same breakout room. Do you guys know what lockjaw is?
The lack of jaw?
Lockjaw, it's a terrible sickness. When people would eat meat like 100 years ago and the meat had some poison to it, it would cause what's called lockjaw. The poison in the meat locks your muscles, so you couldn't open your mouth. You were like this, and
if you don't die of that, you die of hunger.
Well,
You
yeah,
can't
that's
open your
true.
mouth, so you can't eat.
But I think Edison, they give you a straw to drink milkshakes out of until they fixed the lockjaw. But it was really terrible. It was from poisoned meat that was.
But if they can't eat, they can drink to live.
Yeah, you can. There are some people who have to drink to live. Did you know that?
They squash out orange juice and pour into mouth.
And even porridge and yogurt. Do you know why, Liam? Do you know why, Edison? Because the stomach is really badly damaged, usually from cancer. So they have to take the person's stomach out. So you don't have your stomach to chop up all the food with chemicals. So you have to drink only liquids with nutrition. Did you know that, Edison? How about Daniela? Did you know about that? People who can only have yogurt and porridge, soft food.
What is nutrition?
Yeah.
Yeah, nutrition means you get your vitamins and minerals, Liam. For you have vitamin C, and vegetables have good nutrition like iron. And Daniel, did you know about that?
No one eats
Um,
iron.
Yeah, you can't really eat. You can only drink liquids because your stomach is so badly damaged that the doctor takes your stomach out, Liam. Kind of shocking, huh?
I think it will be very painful.
It's painful before you get your stomach taken out, but when they take your stomach out, some people feel
I
better.
have friends here.
Yeah. I knew an old priest from Belgium when I was camping when I was 5 years old, and my mother said, he has no stomach. Don't ask him personal questions about why he only eats porridge, oatmeal porridge and rice porridge. Yeah.
Is lockjaw like a serious bacterial disease that affect muscle and nerve?
Yeah, the people become what's called rigid, RIGID. Rigid means you can't move and you like lie in bed, Danielle. It's pretty terrible.
Oh.
Yeah, and your jaw gets locked. It kind of happened to me because I had pizza with bad sausage when we went on a vacation when I was 12 years old. And my jaw didn't lock, Danielle, but I got like a really strange fever and I couldn't move. So I definitely think that was like that bad bacteria in the food. I'm surprised. My mother is a nurse and she didn't see it, but I could definitely feel it. I think it's caused from ptomaine, TOMAIN, ptomaine. or not domain, it's ptomaine. I can never spell this right, you guys. Ptomaine? Ptomaine poisoning. Let me see. Ptomaine poisoning. I can't spell it right. It's pronounced ptomaine. It's the bad bacteria in the food that causes lockjaw, you guys. All right, should we go back to the main rooms? Let's see what they came up with, because these guys always have. I'm waiting. Usually Stella comes back, a little bit early but I think she and Anha are getting some really good debate out of these guys, right? Yeah, so she's coming back. I want to see what the responses were to this. Hey, Ketchup, good to see you again. And let's see if we have Chow, if she joined us again. Tom.
Hello, teacher.
Hello, you guys. So what were the results of that debate?
Really good, actually. This is the best time I ever had in my whole life. But I asked for Kitty's comments about that breakout room, and is that a he or she? I don't understand. I forgot.
Well, yeah, but if you're in the Canadian school system, they're trying to stop using he or she, because they don't want kids to get,
Kitty, that person said that the class number 1 was quiet, number 2 had the pretty same answer. That's all.
And what kind of answers?
Like all the answers were almost the same. That's all.
Yeah, that's a dilemma. As a teacher, you want original answers, but the students tend to agree on one topic.
And when I asked how was Kitty that day, that person need to comment about that themselves. Kitty said it's literally in the name that Kitty had 3 hours of sleep. That's kind of
sad. Yeah, it's difficult for her because she's really working hard.
Self-explanatory. Hello.
Thanks, Kitty. Always a pleasure, Kitty, because you speak your mind. See, Kitty, I live in Japan where students are really shy, and in a class of 30 students for young ladies age 18 to 20.
Vietnamese. My
Vietnamese are wonderful to teach.
Scared. My classmates
because you guys just shout your
animals.
It's really strange for me in Japan, you guys, because the old people who are retired from work and school at age 65, they all chatter at the same time. But when they're at 20 years old, they all kind of remain quiet and don't want to share their opinions. And it's very difficult to do a debate class with a group of students like that. And then in 30 students, there's always 2 young ladies, usually ladies. I don't mean to sound sexist, but it's usually 2 young ladies. Out of 30 students, they're the 2 who talk in the class only, right? And so the other students will write in the comments, how come those 2 always get to answer? It's because they have the energy to jump up and give a presentation, because maybe they lived in Singapore, Canada, or America for 3 years because their dad works for Toyota or something, right? They come back to Japan and they're like American high school students. It's kind of cool, but the other students get upset about it. With you guys, the situation's a bit different. You guys are wonderful conversation people. All right. Ms. Ketchup, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Ketchup, what do you think of this AI? Can you give me a problem with AI?
Sometimes it gives an answer that is not correct.
Yeah, this is what I talked to you guys before in our small breakout room. Do you know what that's called? What they're calling that? It has a cool name. It's called hallucinating. And it's such a weird thing because hallucinating was originally a word for people who were on drugs, hallucinating. Or if they're really sick with a high fever, they begin to see strange things. Unfortunately, when people are dying, I know it sounds terrible, but if you're close to your grandmother when she only has 2 weeks to live, like my father was like that, they begin to see people that they grew up with, and that's also called hallucinating. So Ketchup, when AI gives weird answers, that's called hallucinating. So let me ask, have you guys heard that expression for AI called hallucinating?
No, I've never, but that made me recount, I don't know. I think I asked AI how many R's are there in the word strawberry.
Yes.
It said 2.
You got it. It's got 3, right? So you could see that
strawberry.
Strawberry. And so you guys, do you catch what Kitty's example was? AI totally gave a wrong answer. And that's what they call hallucinating. It's just making stuff up. 3 R's in hallucinating. You guys, my nephew Sean is a famous lawyer. He's about 40 years old. He lives in Portland, Oregon. And so he moved to Oregon from Seattle, which is actually very close to you, Kitty, in British Columbia. And Sean he's a lawyer, so he asked AI some questions that he knew the answer for.
Wait, teacher. You mean Sean was a worker who was working with AI, right? Or
no, he was a lawyer, Tom, and he wanted to test AI because a lot of lawyers are starting to use AI now to do research. And Sean said AI was just making up ridiculous answers. In America, we have 50 states and the laws are different in each state. So there's Iowa State, and AI was claiming that this law in Iowa was applicable to Oregon or Washington. I forget. I think it was Oregon because Sean was studying for the lawyer's test to be a lawyer in Oregon. And he said, I know the response to this. This is a famous case in Iowa. Oregon, the state, does not use this type of law. AI is just completely making this up. So he was not impressed with AI, Tom. It was like AI was lying to him, but the other expression is hallucinating. So this is a really good point, you guys. AI hallucinates.
We teach AI and then AI teach. Teacher.
Yes, Edison.
AI and then AI teach what we don't know.
It teaches
We
what you
teach
don't know.
AI and then AI teach what we don't know.
I know, but Edison, you always check your answers on AI, right? So I knew this one subject because of my master's degree really, really well, and I put it into ChatGPT. I have to say ChatGPT's answer was pretty good, but one thing I noticed about ChatGPT, you guys, is that it takes what you are writing and it pretends that it's saying it itself. And I say to myself, no, I just gave you all that information. You're just repeating back the information I gave to you. So do you know this expression?
It's like lying to you about something, since I can also understand human feelings.
Very good, Tom. It does lie, and I would say it pretends to know human feelings. My friend Mark is an engineer. He calls it sympathetic empathy. It's kind of cool. I don't know if he created that himself. It means it's pretending to feel emotions for you, but he goes, it's just binary code. It's 010111000. It's not alive, right? It's just repeating back to you, which is called mimicking, you guys. Let me hope I spelled this right. Mimicking? Yeah, mimicking. It's just mimicking your responses. Mimicking. Do you guys know mimicking? Like in teachers in primary school say, no mimicking. So for example, your classmate says, teacher, I'm hungry. And then you say, teacher, I'm hungry. And you copy your friend's voice. And teacher says, no mimicking, because you hurt the other kid's feelings, right? So teachers in primary always say, no mimicking. Don't make fun of your friend by copying his voice. So AI is kind of copying your suggestions, you guys, right? Okay, so we have about 2 or 3 minutes left. We got to give you that question. What do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about, is debate important in school, or do you want to do AI?
AI.
Kitty, go AI. Is that right, Kitty?
AI.
Debate be told in schools.
No,
oh my God, I would defend AI with my life.
Yeah.
I would use AI to write about this.
Kitty, I don't mean to laugh, but I do love the good emotional response.
I
It's
wanted
wonderful.
the AI.
All right, so we're going to do AI, but Liam, really, okay, Liam, you get a special presentation, okay? I want you to do your own homework, and I promise we're going to talk about it in class next week. Liam, you get this special homework that is debate even important in school? Because it is a pretty cool debate question, Liam. And then if everyone
only you will be the one who will talk about it.
Exactly. So he gets to be, Stella, we'll call this a special presentation by Mr. Liam. Is that all right, Liam? Or will you feel lonely that you're the only
Everybody is lagging.
Nobody is
I
lagging.
think so. I'm not lagging at all.
All right, so I'm going to let you do your own special presentation, Liam, because I think it's okay to do that. It's totally okay to do that. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so you guys, there it is. The question is, it's quite simple. Do you think AI is all good, or are there some serious problems that it is bringing?
Teacher, I think AI is kind of bad. And since some people heard that AI was actually once used, and maybe we could use this thing as slavery, and the world war between humans and robots could actually begin. Since I heard that AI can't develop their own feelings,
Yes,
just
this is
just
true.
by looking at humans for a few times.
Yeah, this is true, Tom. It's a really good point. Can you put that in your debate response? All right. Hey, Tom, I hope you become a journalist or a lawyer. You just have this good ability to think of an answer that's pretty well thought out. Pretty good support there, Tom.
Teacher, I'm lagging again.
Who is it? Edison? Edison's more like the science guy. He has good science answers. All right, Stella, shall we finish for today?
Yes.
All right, thanks for doing that breakout room. I'm glad that you and Kitty got really good responses in your room. Nice work. I'm proud of you guys. You did a great job. And plus, it's always good to see you.
Kitty, sometimes like Kitty and I have to, we got a bit of a sentence, like a short fight, but like not a fight. It's like, when I asked him to like ask somebody, he said, no, she said, I'm so sorry, my voice is not thinking. So like she said like, oh, like she didn't know who to call. Like we get into like a small argument about who to call and why.
Well, I think this is why you guys, Stella and Kitty, you should definitely think about a career in teaching, because you're already making like adult teacher decisions that are actually pretty good decisions, right?
Nope, I'm never becoming a teacher. I'm never becoming a teacher. I've seen the horrors. I've seen the horrors in my classroom. No, absolutely not.
Kitty, on the college
Yes,
level,
absolutely
on the college
not. Yes,
level.
Scary. Teacher, you don't need to be college. I see that like my teacher, she was like an English teacher. She goes to college to teach college students, but like it was worse. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. If you think of college as a lot like our debate classes, you guys
No, it's
discuss
worse.
topics intelligently.
Teacher, they talk so much, and like the information was like five times my primary thing now, and
That's
like
true.
and the English teacher had to talk a lot, and like the student are like, oh, I don't care, let me play, yeah, like they talk.
Oh, that's right, Stella. You actually went to college classes in Australia, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's so you're speaking from personal experience. Okay, Stella.
I'm very scared.
That's totally interesting. All right. So you guys, did you know that about Stella? She went down to Australia by herself, but you stayed with family members or a host family, Stella?
Because I am not like in a suitable age, I have to stay with my family.
Okay, yeah, that's important. And then you actually attended college courses, so you can make that observation. A lot of information. This is true, Stella. All right, let's finish for today. And I'll repeat the question in Zalo, all right? So thank you very much. And I'll see you guys next week. Okay.